Hello everyone, I am Marley Shad.
And I'm Marley Bassett. We want to welcome everyone to the very first episode of RCDP Recharge, your political power source for understanding the issues and charging up with real solutions to ensure a better future.
For our first episode, we want to talk about the structure of the Democratic Party to get a better understanding of how it functions and how we can use it for good.
All right, so without further ado, let's get started.
So I wanted to start with a blue booster moment. So this is just a little boost to our recharge session. I feel like a lot of times we see a lot of negativity, but it's good to put some more positivity out to the atmosphere. So coming off of election night, there were a lot of losses and a lot of wins. One of the wins, Sarah McBride of Delaware, actually is the first transgender woman to hold a seat in Congress. So let's clap it up for her. Woo! Amazing. Then we also have a few advancements in reproductive rights. States like New York, Maryland, Colorado, and Missouri enacted amendments to safeguard reproductive rights. So I think that is a win, especially with everything that we have going on now with states having a lot more power. It's important that we have change such as what we're seeing in Delaware, New York, Missouri, Maryland, and Colorado.
So let's get back into our main topic of our episode, which is how the Democratic Party is structured at the federal, state, and local levels. So starting off at the federal level, it's the Democratic National Committee. It's a national party led by DNC Chair Jamie Harrison, who's also from South Carolina. So big shout out to Jamie. You have the other branches, which is the DLCC, and that is the fundraising arm for the State House and State Senate in all 50 states plus American territories. The DCCC, which is the national funding arm for the House of Representatives, and the DSCC, which is the national funding arm for the Senate.
So DNC is at the top.
Yep. Okay. And then you have 50 state parties below.
Yes.
And then so that's each state, and then each state has their own executive committee, and they're responsible for helping run campaigns for the state Senate and the state House, and they also organize their own convention. So Christy Spain is South Carolina's one, and so she helps organize the convention.
Okay. The state party basically relays the message from the DNC and also is responsible for putting on party convention.
And then at the local level, which is what we are, it's almost entirely volunteer-based, but also depends on where you're at. There's places with heavier Dem outreach obviously have more people. We're responsible for helping to support the local candidates for city and county council, state house and state senate. We also do a lot with voter outreach. Get out the vote is another one of our big priorities. So taking voters to the polls, making sure they have a way to exercise the right vote.
Right. Okay. So I wanted to kind of talk about the differences between during the election years and kind of the off season of election years. How does the party function at those times? From my understanding, during election time, there's a lot of grassroots efforts, knocking on doors, phone banking, holding community events in order to amplify the knowledge that the National Convention put out there. But what would the party be doing on kind of the off season?
Voter outreach and voter education. We want to make sure, especially since Republicans have a supermajority in South Carolina in both chambers, we definitely want to make sure that voters are aware of what Democrats are doing and what Republicans are doing and how we can stop them and make our voices heard.
Okay. So I think it's also very important to note that the county parties are very heavily based on volunteerism. Because it's based on volunteerism, it's 10 times more important to give to your local party and donate to your local party. And it doesn't always have to be with money. It can be with time.
100%.
It could be with telling your friends to follow our pages, reposting something that we have posted. Supporting your local parties is so important. You get caught up in the glitz and glamour of big ticket races, but specifically for Richland County, we showed up and showed out for all of the seats that were up on our side of town. So I think it's important to support your local politicians, your local party.
I also think you need to know that if you donate to the National Democratic Party, those donations do not come to your local party, so you need to donate directly to your local party.
And if you have an extra 2 hours on any day, honestly, because our office functions 5 days a week, so any day you can just come by and say, hey, can I help? Or hey, where can I show up at? And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about, being active. So for me as a recent graduate, giving money is a little bit harder for me, but I can give my time. So what would you say are some ways that, as someone who may not be willing to give money, could get involved?
All right, so during season, we love to have people come phone bank, write your postcards, even come with us and knock on doors during the off season. It's pretty much the same thing. We want you to do voter outreach, and we also want to encourage the people in your lives to get registered to vote and start educating yourself, because local elections are coming up in November of 2025, and a lot of those are way more important than you think.
Very, very true. Okay, so for our viewers, we'd love for you to share this video with any of your friends and family to have them more educated on what's going on. Commit to whatever you can, but just try to do something. What's your tip for anyone looking to get involved?
All right. We'd love to come see you at our office. We're open Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, and we'd love to have you stop by. You can also stop by on Mondays for our lunch and learn. Great time for conversation and to meet new people. So we'd love to see you there if you can. Also, like Morgan said, repost, share a video on social media, share it with 5 people in your life, and then challenge them to do that.
Yeah, I think that's good. And then on the donation tip, I just love the number 5. So if you could tell 5 people to donate $5, 5 days out of this month, something small, to your either state or local party, that would be amazing. $5 for 5 days and tell 5 other people.
And please be sure to reach out to us to tell us if you're doing that challenge.
And then also, if you're unable to donate, it would be great if you could attend meetings for at least 3 lower level or local level party meetings. Just be involved in what's going on, not only with party affiliations, but also with governing bodies. Go to your city council meetings, go to your school board meetings. Just try to know what's going on, because if you don't know, then you can't really do much.
School board meetings are where it's at.
Yes.
I love going to a good school board meeting.
Y'all, they are messy. Like, there's a lot of politics that go on, but it's also entertaining because people are so passionate about their kids and the life that they live, as they should be. So I definitely would implore you guys to go.
All right. For everyone watching, please go to our website at www.richlandscdems.com to check out our podcast. We'll be posting our episodes, our blog. All of the fun stuff is going to be right there on the website.
We want to thank every single one of you for tuning in. We encourage you guys to continue to listen, continue to learn. And on that note,
signing off for RCDP Recharge, I'm Marley Bassett.
I'm Morgan Shadd, and thank you guys. Have a good one.